All right, Chris, first and foremost, let's talk about that number change that I brought up with you. You know, you go from 36 to 18. You cut your number in half.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I always changed my number because I really like number 18. I was number 11 in high school, number 11 in 2, but also I wanted to try something new. And the first thing that came up was 18 because I know Syracuse Diabate had left, and like he was like a good leader, and I respected him so much that when I was able to change my number, I chose 18.
So that came out of the respect for Syracuse, and why did you have that respect for him?
I mean, because he was a leader on the field. You know, he played every down. He just went hard. And when I was on the sideline watching him last year, I was like, man, this guy is great. He's a great player. Like, he goes hard every play. Like, that's the type of player I want to be. Like, take no plays off.
Looking at the fact that last year in your first opportunity here, you had a quarterback that was already settled in Ryan Nassib. Now you have an open competition. Just talk about what it's like to be a receiver, not really knowing who your quarterback's going to be right now.
Well, I would say the best thing I could do is just focus on getting better every day. Like, all the quarterbacks, they're all great and all have different aspects. And, like, every day I just try to work hard, and no matter who's the quarterback going to be, I just make plays for that quarterback.
And let's break them down and start with Tyrel Hunt. What do you see from him?
I mean, he's a great leader. He throws the ball well. He takes control of the offense. Like, I like working with him.
And then, as far as Charlie Loeb, what about him stands out to you?
I would say Charlie's a great leader as well. I got to work out with both of them a lot, and Charlie, he's a good leader. He takes control of the field as well, and like basically it's going to be a tough competition. Like, they're all doing their job and all making plays, so it's going to be fun watching and find out who's going to be a quarterback.
And then as far as John Kinder, have you had a lot of experience with him?
I worked out with John Kinder a lot too, and watching John Kinder, he throws a really nice ball. I like the way he puts it on you, and he just plays. And like I said, it's going to be a tough competition because they all have great characteristics that they bring to the team. And I mean, whoever plays is just like, I'm going to make plays for them and try to be that receiver for them.
And as far as making plays, throughout spring so far, how do you feel you've been doing when you've had your opportunities on the field?
I'll say I've been doing a pretty good job. I mean, there's always room for work. Like, I always want to get better. Like, every day I just want to work hard, watch film, talk to Coach Moore, see what I can do better. Just so I could try to be a playmaker.
And then talk to me about last season. You had your opportunity to get out there on the field, get some reps, had some opportunities. How does last season help you with this season in knowing that you've already been out there and you've already been in game situation?
I would say last year, it was like a learning year, getting a different experience from something other than high school and junior college football. So, like, I would say this year I'm ready to take on like what comes at me, because like last year, I would say I learned a lot just off of seeing what defenses throw at you. It was faster, it's way faster. Like, there's guys that's just as fast as me playing defense on me, and like this year I'm making sure I'm using more technique, because that's what's going to separate me from even being faster than those guys. And like watching how Marcus and Alec played, and how what they brought to the table every game, like it let me know what I have to do to be a great player. Like, what I have to do day in and day out at practice, going hard, like not taking off, every play 100%, like, and also like doing things off the field, like watching film, working out as much as I can, like just talking to the coaches, see what I can do better, and like it really contributed to how I'm thinking going into this season.
And having that type of leadership, having Alec Lemon and Marcus Sales with you, what does that do to help you out as you move forward, knowing that you had two leaders that, Ryan Nassib really leaned on at times in games?
It really boosts your confidence. Like, they were like older brothers to me, and like now it's like that they're gone, it's like they pass them, they pass down the torch. So it's like last year seeing Marcus play, I would say like what he brought to the table, like he was the type of player that I'm catching everything that comes my way, and like me seeing that, like I want to be that type of player too. And then what Alec is, like, he was just a playmaker. Like, you could throw any ball at Alec, he's catching it. Like, I don't care if it was behind him, way in front of him, on his shoulder, like he's catching the ball and he's going to score. And I like the toughness he had.
And how do you feel about, as far as your technique and the way that you are now? Do you feel that you're able to do more of that to get the ball, in different places, if it's thrown behind you, if it's thrown ahead of you?
That's what I'm definitely working on. Like, I'm always on the jug machines trying to catch balls, working out. Like, I just want to be the player that I could be like that, where if the ball is thrown way in front of me, I can run and still catch it. If it's behind me, I'm still catching. Like, no excuses. Like, I just don't want to drop many balls this year.
Speed-wise, where do you feel like you're at? You said you've gone up against defenses that showed you it's a faster game here from the junior college jump to Division I. How do you feel about your speed right now going into the season?
My speed is definitely it's always going to be a great quality. Like I'm always working on it. I'm always running. So this year I want to be that explosive player. Like as far as running, so I'm always running. Or when I'm lifting with Coach Hicks, we do explosive lifts. So like I definitely want to use that to my advantage.
Going over the middle, is that something that you want to put into your game now?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like if you want to be a receiver, you have to bring all aspects to the table. Like, you can't just be one receiver. Like I'm just gonna run streaks. Like if you want to be that great receiver, you have to run over the middle, catch the ball, be ready to take the hits, and that's definitely what I want to do. Like I just want to be that type of receiver that's like there's nothing that I can't do. So people can't say, well, we can't play him here because he doesn't want to go across the middle, or we have to leave him out here. Like I want to be that player where you put anywhere on the field and make plays.